Hey, welcome everybody to the Devy Dashboard Scouting Session. I am your host, Brandon Lejeune with the Devy Dashboard. I am joined today by my two Devy partners, Corey P. and Britt Sanders. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
We have a great show. We are going to be talking about Mr. Kevin Harris. This is a running back from South Carolina. He's probably a very hot commodity right now in the Devy world. We were just talking pre-show about his ADP. And so we've got a lot of great film. We got film from him playing LSU, Georgia, and Texas A&M, and we have all 22 film for the show, which is awesome. So it's going to give us a great look into Kevin Harris. So first we're going to go over his traits, his patience, his vision, his footwork, and lateral ability. We're going to break down his film with burst and long speed, strength, contact balance, and pass catching. And then we are going to get into the metrics. Britt is going to take us through to see what his metric profile looks like in the Devy space. So are you guys ready to get to it?
Let's do it.
All right, Corey, why don't you give us a little background on Kevin Harris and what he did last year? He certainly started out playing well.
Yeah, so entering 2020, there was actually a lot of hype about a different running back for the Gamecocks, which was the five-star freshman Marshawn Lloyd. But an ACL tear early in the year gave a huge opportunity to Harris to have a massive, massive season for the Gamecocks. He's a big guy, 5'10", 225 pounds. He rushed for 1,138 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6.2 yards per carry, 21 receptions, 159 reception yards, and a massive 45.8% dominator rating. So, I mean, this guy had a crazy season by all accounts, and I'm excited to get into his film today.
Yeah, it's great because, as they say, the film doesn't lie, right? So we're going to start off with his vision and patience, and we're going to just take a look at what he does, right? So like I said, we got some all-22 film here. We're going to just take a look and see what he looks like running the ball. So, again, we're looking at his vision here, and I don't like the way he just runs into the defender here.
Yeah, they run him outside a ton, which is surprising. But I tried to pause this at different points, and I'm saying, where's the cutback lane? Where's a chance for him to do something? And really, it got penetrated pretty well. Like you said, I thought maybe he could have done something here. He kind of just lowers his head and tries to deliver a blow. Doesn't get much out of it. But yeah, I think Georgia played this really well.
Yeah. He's got to try and be elusive, right?
Yeah. And there, yeah. See how many steps he has to take to try to cut up field sometimes though here? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like he can't come to a complete stop very quickly. I thought this was okay. Like he sees the hole open up there.
He cuts back. I mean, he sees this defender right here.
Yeah.
Kind of cuts back in. That was a great play by that defender too. He shed that offensive lineman tackle.
Right, yeah, like he read it properly though. That was it. Here, I don't understand why. Like, if you pause it right after he gets the handoff, look how big this hole is. Just punch it. Why does he do this skip back and forth? Like, I don't understand who he's trying to deceive. Just run. Like,
wait, see, yeah, and like right here, instead of trying to shake and bake this guy and try and make him miss, I think he uses his physicality. He's a big boy, man. I think he tries to just bowl over people. I mean, I would have liked to have seen him try, like you said, burst up that seam, go straight ahead. Right, the gap closes pretty quick. I mean, at least try and shed that tackler a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like he's lucky he's a bigger guy because he does turn some of these plays into, 3-yard gains that would be probably a 1-yard or 2-yard play, But
so for me on this play, right, he doesn't try and manipulate number 24, right? I mean, whether you're running back, a wide receiver, I think you're always trying to manipulate players to think maybe you're going somewhere else to lead them in a direction that you're not going, right? And I think he just runs straight ahead into the player and just didn't try and make a cut and make number 24 miss there at all.
No.
It's my consistent headache with him as well. Feel like if a strong gust of wind blew on him, he'd fall down.
Yeah, that play wasn't bad, the one that was just there, but against LSU, I didn't mind that. He counters back outside, sees the hole, cuts up field pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't cut sharp enough when he hits the hole. You've got this space right in here.
Yeah. Yeah, if he took a better angle out of that cut. But again, I think you notice it through his film, and we'll get to it more with the lateral footwork. But he doesn't do the best job getting in and out of his cuts. You know, he takes a lot of steps to try to do something. So I mean, even making a sharp cut like that's probably not in his arsenal.
It is nice he tries to get small through that hole there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reads it well. I wish we saw more interior running from him, because a lot of this was outside counters or stretches or whatever, outside zone. Like it's asking a big guy to make a cutback somewhere sometimes, you know, like head outside and make a cutback somewhere, find your hole. And that's probably not where his game excels.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some opportunity to cut back on the couple here.
Yeah.
Still good his footwork and lateral agility.
Yeah. And again, right off the bat is how many steps he has to take to try to make that cut,
right.
You know.
There's some nice burst.
Yeah. He does have good juice for a big guy. I'll give him that. If you're not going to ask him to have to make a quick cut or whatever, like he has good juice for a big guy. Nice spin move.
Mm-hmm. Right, that was a nice play.
That was probably his best run.
Yeah, they did a lot of that those counter runs.
LSU was all counter. I don't know what they saw in the film or what, but it was just all counter out of the fucking shotgun all day long. I mean, he doesn't do bad once he gets the ball. Like with a counter, you're asking the guy to make a cut right off the ball right away, and he does handle that pretty well. Pretty decent burst.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like this was actually a nice play, but he had a lot of room there. You see how rounded some of those runs were? Like he kind of goes round and round, and yeah, nothing is really too sharp.
Yeah, let's take a look at his burst and long speed.
I was impressed about his burst and long speed overall.
Yeah.
I thought he had a surprising amount of pickup, kind of DeMonte Trainium-esque in terms of what he's able to do.
Yeah, this was a nice play. Getting around the edge.
They clearly have faith in his speed to get to the edge because they ask him to do it quite a bit.
Yeah, they do. And they did a lot of those counters. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he punched this play and he didn't get touched at all, I don't really think.
Yeah.
No, he was just gone. But
he gets caught from behind. Which is no, he has a touchdown there.
Yeah, for a guy that size. But I agree with you. I don't know why they stretch him out a lot like that.
Yeah. So I mean, you're asking the guy to make a cutback somewhere or do something, you know, and I don't really think that's where he's going to excel. Like I would have loved to see more interior runs and see him navigating traffic inside and see how he deals with that.
From behind.
Yeah, but a guy that size, you can't worry about him getting caught from behind, right? I mean,
no.
But yeah, when you break through the hole like that, it would be nice to house it. But
yeah,
I mean, the fact that he got a 30-yard run, I'm not going to knock him not for completing it for a full touchdown. Just a little extra cream on top.
We're going to look at his strength and contact balance here.
See, what I don't like there is how dead I mean, the guy falls on his legs too, but I saw this in a couple of the parts. His legs become a little dead.
Yeah.
He's not churning there. He's not trying to push the pile at all for a guy his size.
Yeah, I expected better contact balance.
Yeah. He doesn't break off the initial contact very much. He's brought down pretty much by the first guy, or at least slowed down enough by the first guy to get caught by the second guy. You know, he's not breaking free very much.
I think I counted him breaking 9 total tackles in all of our films that we all shown here, all the clips.
Yeah, and even there, he barely gets that.
That's right, and this is I wanted to point out too. You know, I think it's bad. It's bad pad level.
No, that's not. I think that is the linebacker actually.
Yeah, he gets pushed back on that one.
Just like that earlier one where he got thrown down when he was 2 yards away, you would have liked to see him at least try to fight for it a little more. Just went down like a stack of potatoes.
Yeah, look how easily he gets taken out to the edge here. Like,
yeah, he goes he goes sideways, right?
yeah. I was definitely disappointed with the contact
He's high
balance from
too.
Yeah, his pad level is always. He needs to really lower his pad level, I think, when he attacks the hole. That was a nice play.
I actually like that quite a bit.
That was a nice
he was
play.
really good bouncing off that.
He kept the play alive.
Yeah. Looked goofy, but it worked well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it. I'll give him credit for falling forward a lot of the times, but like we said, he's not breaking away at all. Like, he's not able to toss these guys away.
Yeah, he's really got to get that pad level down. I think that's half his problem. He loses all of his leverage. All right, so his pass catching.
Yeah, no, I was actually quite surprised with this in a good way. He actually catches the ball pretty well. A lot of these catches, I don't think he lets any of them get in real. Oh, was it there?
That was a good adjustment. That was a really good adjustment here, him catching that ball.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Turning upfield like that.
I think that was the one I was saying. Yeah, he looks like a pretty natural pass catcher. Nice angle route right there. Like, he actually catches the ball really well, I thought.
That's a great play right there. I mean, we were just talking about his contact balance, but look, he shed some tackles there. Whoops, sorry.
Yeah.
Sheds those 2 tackles, remains balanced. Puts his pad level down when he gets 4 or 5 extra yards. I
would definitely call him a more of a plus in the passing game than not. Like, I was pretty surprised.
Well, it's not like he's going out for routes either. It's more of dump balls and stuff like that. So
the angle route was really the most diverse thing he did in that whole series of clips there. But but caught the ball well. It's definitely not a negative. So
yeah, definitely not a negative. So if you got a guy that size that can catch the ball, I think you're doing pretty good. All right, so let's talk about the metrics, Brett. What are the metrics telling us?
So when I see a profile like Kevin Harris's, where he just kind of comes out from kind of nowhere in terms of not expecting much, and I immediately ask why, right? And we addressed it earlier. Corey did, talking about, well, Marshawn Lloyd went down at ACL. So I'm not going to knock Kevin Harris for taking full grasp of the opportunity, because that's great, right? Like, he could have very well just crapped the bed and not done great, but instead he grasped it. As Corey mentioned, he had a 45.84 traditional dominator rating. Adjusted, it was a 40.25, so still really, really well. He had a breakaway run percentage this season of 67%. He broke out at age 20. He has a BMI of 32.28. Looking in terms of like the amount of percentage of rushing yards that he had a 67.77% of the share, which is simply a testament just to how much opportunity he was given that year. He saw 8.4% of the rushing market share as well, which is actually impressive given the fact of that's kind of like that threshold where you're kind of upper near the 60th plus percentile. So that's a good work when you're looking at receptions as well. I think we project him around a 4.53 coming into the combine. So it's going to give him a weight adjusted speed score of 106.86, which is great. That's more than enough speed. While he may not necessarily have that top end breakaway speed, he definitely has enough, and he showed on tape, to manipulate and be quick enough in the NFL to be a successful player. The numbers look great, right? I mean, to paint it kindly, the numbers look great. What I also enjoyed is yard per team attempt. He had a 1.95 yards per team attempt. In comparison, Najee Harris this year had a 2.03 yards per team attempt. So apples to oranges in terms of the amount of plays or amount of attempts done, but he is efficient with his touches, and that's probably a testament to his ability to get outside and kind of really utilize his burst to kind of break that off. Also shown in his breakaway run percentage. The numbers love him, quite frankly. I mean, looking at his profile and his stats, I see why he's flying up the rankings in the Devy drafts, just simply looking at as a box score scout.
Yeah, and I mean,
just have worries.
Yeah, I mean, I think let's just talk about it for a couple minutes, right? Because this is where when the metrics come into play and what you watch on film. I'm a film guy. I know, Corey, you're like in the middle, and Britt, you're more of a numbers guy, right? But yeah, you've got that production that's awesome, right? But then when you like look at the skill set on the field, I mean, the vision I came away with just probably was my biggest concern with him not being the super elusive with him making guys miss, like on the film that we watched. So it really puts you in kind of a quandary on how to value him. So as you can see in our dashboard ranks, you know, his ADP is 36 and he's number 48 on the dashboard rank. Corey, what is that rank on that? Is that
that's our composite rank between me and you.
okay?
So I think you had him
our top 100, not our that's not our running back rank. That's our top 100
overall,
right? Overall, all Devy players. So yeah, we don't have Kevin Harris ranked as the 48th best running back. So we're not that crazy. But yeah, so he's ranked 48th best player out of the top 100 Devy players available right now to us all. So so I don't know. I've got my reservations. I'm looking forward to seeing what Marshawn Lloyd, does on the field. If he can get back from that ACL injury, get on the field. I'm interested to see what he can do if he takes carries away from Kevin Harris. But this is a guy that I'm personally going to be watching very closely because I'm very skeptical on because he did have a lot of long runs with gaping holes that added to that with 6.4 yards per carry. And I don't look at yards per carry as any kind of really gauge for me. I look at individual skill sets on these players, why we're doing these videos, right? So, but I don't know. I just watching that the vision and his like cutting ability, making guys miss at the line of scrimmage is questionable to me. But it's somebody that I'm going to be watching closely this year.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I remember being a lot more impressed with him when I first took a look at him a while back. And, watching over these set of clips that you put together makes me question what exactly I saw. I'm probably actually going to move him down in the rankings a little bit. So that dashboard rank might even come a little bit more. But yeah, I didn't feel they deployed him well. I don't know why they always ran him to the outside. And like you said, with Marshawn coming back, I think Marshawn is more set to do those kind of things. Marshawn has quick feet. He's going to be so much better at hitting that cutback, and hopefully his vision is there to hit the cutback and stuff. But I think he's better suited for this offense. So it's going to be weird to see the kind of breakup between them. And he has the juice for a big man. He might test really well too. So maybe he's going to have some love with the size and the production. But for me personally, if I owned him, and I don't, I'm probably looking to sell. And if I am in a draft right now, I'm probably not touching him if I don't have to.
I think you took the words right out of my mouth. I think I would probably be, his value is never going to be higher right now, right? No one's thinking of Marshawn Lloyd right now. So now would be a great opportunity if after you're watching this film, if you're like, wow, his vision isn't maybe great, or you don't think he's maybe as good as other people, throw some offers out there if you've got him on your squad and you're looking to move him. But I agree with you, Corey. I think he is a player that I might be seriously considering seeing what I can get for him because, he's being drafted in the first and second round of startups right now.
Yeah, the nice thing about Kevin Harris, to his benefit, is that the 2022 running back class is literally wide open. So if he is able to put together a better or a equal season with less opportunity, I'm definitely going to be a bit more kind of on his horse. I don't think he's necessarily going to be an elite workhorse in the NFL, but I could definitely see him being the thunder portion of a running back by committee, which in the right system definitely has its place. I just think, as you guys mentioned, right now, his value probably won't be actualized in an NFL sort of way. Canvas to can a little differently. To me, I'm now sending out offers for Marshawn Lloyd here. That's what this shows me.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, there you guys have it. Any last final thoughts, guys? So I think we're going to be watching Kevin Harris a lot this year and see what Marshawn Lloyd and see what he does to impact his productivity.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Marshawn Lloyd, so let's see what he can do this year.
Yeah, I got so many shares, it's crazy. I was so torn last year when he tore his ACL, but that's a story for another day. So, all right, man, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank y'all.
Peace.